the weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They try again with Cohen. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from second and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
This defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At the 41-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They'll try to counter here. Cohen.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield to throw it.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And some room to work. Touchdown, Titans.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'll be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mayfield off the play fake.
Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Mayfield now. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-point drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, in that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And complete to Drake London.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London.
His second touchdown on the season as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. Touchdown, Titans. Bryan Edwards. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
They go play action here on first down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This pass is caught by London.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, It's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Cohen gets it again on second.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Airing it out deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 147 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Looking for London on the out route complete.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Ritter and London team up there. 1st down, Atlanta. They'll run with Patterson.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
One more time with Patterson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A run between the tackles with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Sutton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown from 19 yards away.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing, Mayfield. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. To throw, Mayfield.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield on play action. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay, right? Right, 97, ultra.
Slot man moves right. Again, Patterson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On play action, they'll throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Third and long for Mayfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Now this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got